See.
Nope. So this will take all the notes for us and then the actual transcript.
That works.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
I'm gonna call our Wayne Township monthly business board meeting to order. We'll do attendance.
Curtis Whitaker, financial advisor, president of Flash.
Also not trustee present.
Pat Turner, board president, present.
And Tony Henry, financial chair present.
Commissioner, secretary.
All right, everybody's in attendance. I need a motion to approve our board meeting minutes from July the 8th.
Motion.
Okay,
Second.
a motion and a second. Any discussion? If not, all those in favor say aye. Aye, opposed, same sign. Minutes are approved. Financial reports, Mr. Whitaker. Are you good today?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right, so we have trustee presents financial report for cash and fund balances, balance sheet from 1/1/25 to 7/31/25, so ending cash balances. Township fund 0101, $1,993,413.08. Fund 0110, EUA, emergency utility assistance, $100. Fund 0121, RAS, R.A. Stevenson scholarship, $5,619. 0123, 2024 WTTO special events, $2,284.41. 0124, 2025 WTTO special events, 2,300. 0126, Township, Trust Indiana, debt service, $437,332.18. Fund 0127, Trust Indiana rainy day, $554,121.58. Fund 0840, Township assistance, $3,285,357.71. Fund 9999, payroll deductions, $5,039.38. Fund 1318, rep pay program, $119,687. For a grand total of all funds of $6,405,254.34. So I want to share that there are a number of legislative things that happen. A number of them affect townships. One of them deals with the amount of cash we have available. And we in our unrestricted funds. So our unrestricted funds currently are the township fund, which has 1.9 million, almost 2 million. It is our debt service fund, 437,000. It's our rainy day fund, 554,000. It is our township assistance fund of 3.3 million. At the end of 12/31 of 2026, but we got to do it now. Any amount that we show as available cash, all of this currently is available. 30% of our unrestricted cash, we have to sweep. You guys, trustee has to give you a resolution. We have to establish a roads fund. And 30% of the unrestricted cash has to go into that roads fund that will be turned over to the city of Fort Wayne.
You're calling it a what fund?
A
It's
road.
Roads.
Roads.
Okay.
Talk about
Yeah.
pavement, roads and
Pavement,
streets.
roads,
Okay,
streets.
interesting.
We talked about this bill before.
Yeah, you did, 30%.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's real now. So it takes effect as we do our budget. So one of the ways to send less funds to this city road fund
Mhm.
is to do what's called capital improvement projects. So we'll be looking at a number of capital improvement projects to limit the amount of funds that we have to place into this fund.
Yes.
This road fund. If that makes sense.
Yes, that makes sense.
So in the past, we budgeted our levy below our max. Our max is about 4.5. Last year we did 3.2. We're a million and a half below what we could have.
Yes.
And we've done that probably like 15 years in a row. We can't do that anymore.
Okay,
Because if we do, on our budget, it's gonna show that we have a lot of cash in it.
right.
And so we have to, budget to the max, we have to levy to the max.
Okay,
Right? So that we're able to, two things have happened in our township assistance fund, and we'll go through it now. Let's go. The backup here just shows our reconciliation.
Yeah.
You see those three. Next is, and then I'll come back.
Okay.
Is Fund 0101, our township fund spending, month-to-date spending 32,031. Year-to-date spending 249,330. Remaining appropriation of 285,709.92 on the second page. On the third page, it's Fund 0840.1. Month-to-date spending of 165,398.93. Year-to-date spending of 1,415,385.50. Remaining appropriation of $1,951,327.50. 2 pages over, month-to-date expenses of $167,729.71. Year-to-date expenses of $1,302,495.11. Remaining appropriation of $213,004.81. As you can see from there, let's go back, stay there. As you can see from on that page, we normally don't spend $1.3 million in a year.
Especially not this quick either.
Yeah.
It's real quick.
Yeah, so you can see, our appropriation remaining is 213,000. So we have some resolutions that we can bring before you to help shore this up. But our spending in this area has increased.
Yeah.
So in our budget for next year, this number is gonna be higher. Right? 'Cause
I'm sorry, say that again, correct?
in our budget for, this is 2026, this number is gonna be more than 1,515,000. So you see the budgeted number here, 1 million, the first column, 515,000. That number is gonna be a lot more than. Because
We know how much more right now?
it's gonna be a lot more, probably
Okay.
double this number, 3 million, 3.5 million is where this will land.
And why is that?
We're spending more money.
yeah, we're at 85%.
We're at 85% in 7 months.
Yeah.
Yeah. 1, 2, it's the reason we started. We have a lot of cash
Yeah,
and we don't wanna put that cash. I mean, if we need to, we will, but
yeah.
we believe we have a need and the need is growing. That's why we're doing it. We have a need
And this is gonna grow even
and
more.
it's gonna grow even more because the cuts to medicine.
That's what township's all about.
It's gonna grow even more because folks are gonna get kicked off SNAP.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, with the work requirements and everything else, there's estimates of the number of people that will be impacted. And we're trying to get ready for that because
Go.
they may not have anywhere else to go.
Yeah, yeah.
No, I validate those sentiments very much.
And if you ask me, we're elected to serve the people of township, not pave roads, so.
There you go.
And then the
I'm
last
with you.
one is 0840.3, 364,035 spent month to date, 1,272.89 year to date, remaining appropriation of $3,727.11. So I'll go back to this sheet, cash, because as you can see, we got $2 million in our general fund. So we talked about a number of things. I was online, but you guys were here when a lady came from Greater Fort Wayne. She talked about the building across the street. So we may need to consider them doing an option on that building for us. Because that building cost us about 2.9 million. We have 2 million here and another 900,000 between our debt service fund and our rainy day fund. And we can show that on our capital improvement plan as all our money is tied up.
Oh. Gotcha.
And the trustee has some other thoughts and things that we're working through. So really just saying to say, we're working on a number of things relative to the cash that we have. It only affects townships in the state of Indiana. So all townships are going through this exercise.
Okay,
And we did the right thing, right? Right? We lowered taxes for 10 years, probably longer than that in a row. And now everything that we've done has to be flipped on its head because of this.
Deal.
Because of this deal. Yeah. Yeah, crazy.
It is.
Crazy.
It's
Did you
very
mention another
frustrating.
building, Curtis?
Yeah, so the person who came, there's a building next door to you guys.
Party Park building.
Party at Park.
yeah,
Oh,
Yeah.
those people.
Yeah,
Okay,
Party at
yeah,
Park
very
building.
great.
So one way for us, because we are seriously thinking about, the trustee's seriously thinking about that. And that could be 3 years from now, don't know when, but we could put it in our capital improvement plan. And that reduces the amount of cash we have available.
So we don't have to use that money to.
So we don't have to take 30%, but it'll be 30% of a very small amount. Yeah, so we're thinking of some ways that we can, trustee has a number of things, HVAC unit, other things that he wants to do at the building. That we're thinking about to put in our capital improvement plan. They've asked for a 3-year capital improvement plan.
Mr. Whitaker, could I, so we're talking about, maybe channeling that money towards capital improvements, and I understand that. Well, what about, is there somewhere we could get a balance to where also some of that surplus could also go into direct needs for our clients?
So this is on the other side. So,
Okay.
yeah, this is the township side. So trustee has thought about housing, right?
Yes,
And
yes,
housing homeless veterans. So we have some discussions with some guys about tiny homes for homeless veterans that we can pay for out of here. He's talked to the city about a project that they're doing to house the homeless. Two actually,
Yeah.
2 different proposals to house homeless. We talked today about a youth violence prevention program through sports that we could utilize these dollars. So we love your thoughts if you have any.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that they're gonna, but we can
Okay.
play around with things to see what we may be able to do to support the community.
but in a nutshell, I mean, financially, look.
We look too good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's exactly. what-
So we're trying to stay looking good.
Yeah.
Without staying looking good.
Okay,
Yeah.
That makes sense.
yeah,
Yeah, we're just trying to find the right balance.
okay,
Yeah, we're trying to find the right balance between all of this. And
okay.
it may take a couple of years before we figure that out, but yeah, that's
Well, something may appear and
it
be
works.
good.
Yeah.
A concern of mine was that the trustee's predecessor, 2 predecessors ago, it was a completely different administration, but they were investing in capital improvements. And that, at that time, as I recall, that was one of the issues in the 2006.
It was. It was.
How was that?
So I shared that with the trustee, that when trustee Stevenson took office, the big brouhaha was a shelter that had a lot of issues. He wanted to build a shelter, I said, we're gonna stay away from building shelters. But that's,
Exactly right.
yeah, so we talked about that. And I shared with him the history behind all of that, and that we don't want to get into that, but we will support
Yeah.
others who are doing it, so that, and then all we're doing is helping them either build it or buying, like the one place once they need startup, they need bids and those kind of things. So we can help do that, but we won't put any money into operating,
Right.
because we don't know if we can continue to fund operating. And we don't want those headaches that you're talking about that cause,
Good
yeah.
election.
Yeah. So we talked about it, yeah, we went back to school.
All right. Well, thank you Or that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, any thoughts you guys may have
We'll
helpful
pass them on.
as we, try to find ways to do
I'm
things.
glad you like this.
Yeah, because we certainly don't want to give them a bunch of money.
No.
Right,
Mhm. All right, thank you, Curtis.
and that concludes the report.
All righty. Okay, we will move on to resolution WTR 2508-7. Christina?
Yep, so like Curtis said, in the one fund, we're getting pretty low, 840.2. So what we're doing here is moving some things around from 840.1 to 840.2. So that way we can make it stretch through the end of the year. So you can see the amounts there on the left or on the right-hand side on the front page. And then also if you flip to the second page there, you'll see the amounts, and they are some decent amounts on
Okay,
the second page. But we're gonna need it to make it to the end of the year there. And we do have the cash in 840.1 to make that happen. So yeah, we're just asking if you guys can.
may I have a motion to approve resolution WTR 2508-7?
I just have a question.
Sure.
I hope it pertains to this, but my concern is we've had, in light of what, anticipated is coming because of a number of federal policies that we're all aware of and how it's impacting, Curtis mentioned SNAP alone,
Yes.
its impact on us. And I guess I'm concerned about what the future holds in terms of, I know that I understand the capital improvements idea and what we're doing there, but in terms of, us spending additional money, we've had, a very needed increase in salaries last year and, an increase in this year that I think we voted on. I'm hoping that we're not going to be looking at, aside from the capital improvements aspect, that we're not going to be looking at new expenditures next year, besides in that context. And that, especially given the fact that we're going to be called upon to help a lot of people. Am I out of,
So help me understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
I'm missing it.
how does it look for 2026? Or the following year in terms of, additional expenditures or increases?
So
of any kind?
yeah, what we've done is factored those in, so there's a 5% raise for employees.
Jim, I know, I think we voted on that
No,
last.
for next year.
Yeah, that is for next.
Yeah, we want, but we want, the trustee can talk more about it, but he shared with me, they're working a lot of hours. The caseload is tremendously increased, as you can see from here.
And will increase.
Yeah.
And they have, they're working 30 some hours now, 33, I think about 35 hours.
You are.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah, that's the plan, so that, they make more money.
Yep.
That's one, because we can't, we got 3 or 4 vacancies we can't fill, so we need folks.
It's probably because of, compensation too. I mean, we have.
Yes.
Competitor.
Yeah, so that was one of my things. So we had suggestion boxes in the building for staff to put stuff in. And one of the things was about pay. And I had to explain that, hey, you guys just raised the pay, but I didn't stop there. So I called for other townships to tell what their rate of pay was. Our per hour rate, fantastic matches almost all of them. It's just everybody else is working so many more hours a week. So that's where we're gonna go up to the 35 hours. That's gonna help us both ends too. So
Okay. Okay, so,
So that, Bruce, is what we're looking at. So we're gonna have to look at expenses in each of these areas. I can tell you, we were upstairs doing this budget before I came down. We planned to end even with the increases. So we took Township from this number 535,000, I think it is this year, to 700 something thousand, right? And we still have $1.9 million of cash available. If we don't show that we're using that cash for something, a third of that
they're gonna take it.
has to go to the city for roads. And then the following year, If we have that money available, a third of it's gonna keep going until we don't have any money left. Cause there is no end to that bill. Right? So we have to do something to increase our expenditures or to show that we got something that we're doing with this money.
I'm just expressing my concern that, the anti-township forces in the state. And this is, I'm not being political here, it's that
Yeah.
we all know if we're not here to help, that would be, especially in the, what we're heading into. We know we're heading into, alone, if nothing else, in the absence of staff. This would be a terrible time to arm them with more arguments why we need to end township government at a time when obviously we're gonna be needing township government very badly. So I'm just expressing my concern to the board and to the administration that their opinion would use that.
What should we do? What are your thoughts?
Well,
What are you thinking?
I guess first of all, we gotta be prepared to explain our, and I'm sure that you and the trustee will do that more than adequately, but explain why we've got to do this now. And be ready for those kinds of arguments. From the anti-township people statewide. And again, I hasten to add, this is not a political argument, it's about, Indian Township government would be at this point in history would be, I think we all can agree, would be a terrible result. So that's what I'm just informing you, that's what I got my mind on.
Right.
In other words, so I hear you saying that the 30% that the state is asking us to give to our city streets is kind of a dire shame in that our need probably to meet the needs of our folks who are really falling through the cracks at 30%, because we're a trustee agency, that our priorities should be really meeting the needs of these folks who can, some of them can't even afford that to take to the streets because they don't even can afford a car. Yeah, that's it.
So
But that was a piece of legislation that
So,
went.
yeah, that's legislation. There's nothing we can do with the
No.
legislation, but,
We can't control it.
but on the other hand, so our township account is 1.9 million. What we've done with our township assistance account is increased it for a number of reasons. Medicare cuts, Medicaid cuts, cost of shelter, utilities, food.
Amen.
If Medicaid goes away, that means people, like, we have a medical that we
Yeah.
could pay, but it's been very, very, very small.
Yeah.
We haven't had the.
Prescription, we used to do a lot of prescription.
Obamacare came.
Yeah, but then when that came in, that probably is gonna increase. So we factored those into our township assistance fund.
Right.
For
And
the new budget.
in the new budget,
Yeah.
and we're down to almost 40, this number of whatever, 600, whatever that number is. 3.285 million
Mhm.
at the end of December would be about $50,000.
Mhm.
Well, that's the kind of information I needed
Right.
to hear.
And it's spending dollars, it's anticipated to spend dollars
Yeah.
on the need we think may exist. So
Yeah,
it-
I know you all have thought about that.
Yeah. So it may be more than that.
Yeah.
But with the budget that we put together
For next year.
for next year is gonna, I think it was almost we're gonna have about $6.97 million worth of expenses.
Okay.
And the majority of those expenses are to clients.
Good.
Yeah.
All right, that sounds
Okay.
good. Okay.
Yeah.
So I think I had a motion in a second.
Um, Bruce, if you seconded this question, I'll second.
Okay, so all those in favor of WTR 2508-7? Aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed, same sign. Okay, that resolution has passed. We have resolution WTR 2508-8.
Yep, and I just gave you guys the updated copy of that.
Yes.
So what this is we're just simply moving, line items around here. What we want to do is add another caseworker,
Okay,
but we're getting rid of a clerk 4. So you'll see on your highlight one on the very front page, and we've got 9 caseworkers and 1 clerk 4. Flip to the old one on the back there, you'll see that there is, where'd it go? I just lost it. 9 and 2, I'm sorry, yep. So actually that should be 10 and 2.
Okay,
Yeah, it should be 10 and 2 there.
yeah.
But the budget lines are staying the same. There's no, we're not checking any
Okay.
pay.
all right.
If you flip to the actual back side of these pages here, you'll see the highlighted numbers. What we did there is kind of average them out so that way they're all kind of close together. Because when we would move people around
Okay,
before, the numbers were, this line item was making 54 while somebody else in that same department was like 33. So we kind of made those average out. But if you look at that very bottom number, that 1.9 number, and then look at the other sheet, it's still 1.912. So the numbers are still the same. Only thing we're doing is adding a caseworker and eliminating the clerk 4 spot.
okay. All right,
And again, this is being done, a lot of this is being done in anticipation of what we're gonna be.
Oh, this is being done to help us now, because our backs are,
It's swamped.
our backs are against the wall now.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
it may be even larger next year.
Yes, yes.
that's what I'm saying.
All right, so may I have a motion to approve resolution WTR 2508? Thank you.
I second
I
that.
have a motion and a second. Any discussion? If not, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Okay, resolution WTR 2508-9.
Yep, so we have for our IT backups, we have a box over across that power bank. And this is just who is able to get those boxes. We had a IT system administrator leave a couple months back. We've got Samuel, who you guys just saw, with a computer. So Austin's being eliminated and Samuel's being added. Myself is staying on there, Dominique is staying on there, and Callie are all staying on there.
Okay.
So we're just adding one, deleting the other.
May I have a motion to approve WTR 2508?
I make that motion.
Okay, motion and second. Any further discussion? If not, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Resolutions approved. Okay, our next business meeting is September the 9th.
We got one more there. Yep.
There is?
Yep.
Mhm.
Oh, already we're supposed 4, those 3.
I've got, please, do you guys have one?
It's,
Oh.
Oh, sorry.
oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, thank you.
And here's.
Already?
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
That's the resolution.
that's the resolution. So it is,
2508-10.
oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, WTR 2508-10.
Yeah.
Unpaid personal leave.
Yes, so this one is, we have unpaid personal leave, and the way it's written in our personnel policy now is that you have to be here for an entire year to get that.
Okay.
But if you haven't been here for a year, you don't have very much PTO.
Mhm.
If you don't have much PTO, you can't afford for anything to go wrong.
Right.
And you got to know how hard it is for us already to kind of keep employees here. We're trying to find a way where we can, at my discretion, maybe grant unpaid personal leave before they do stuff. And I'll just give an example. We had somebody who's got a child that is going through a situation, and we want to see if maybe we can find a way to help her get through that situation
Okay.
before, without having to terminate. And what this does, it just adds the language, in cases where the leave may be necessitated by conditions or events beyond the employee to know what's going.
Okay.
So we just want to make sure we're trying to do everything we can to keep our staff as eligible.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I'll move.
Okay. Motion.
Okay, I got a second.
All right, if not, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Okay, that motion is approved. Okay, now our next meeting is September the 9th. Okay, Trustee Knox.
Yep, I've got a couple of them here. Our parking lot's supposed to be redone.
Before you do that, this will be, both a regular meeting, but also a public hearing on
For the budget.
Next, okay, the 9th.
the.
Okay, all right.
But Park lot's supposed to be getting done in September. They're trying to get us on the schedule for that. You guys voted for that last month.
Yeah.
NIPSCO's gonna be
Oh, yeah.
paying us for that. This last weekend, one of our employees had a lake party for all of us and had us up to the lake, so that was awesome. We want to shout out to Heidi for that. We want to give a shout out to Miss Shirley Stevenson. She retired. So, yeah, so we want to thank her for her years of service here at the township and all that we've done. So hats off to her. We did backpacks. We don't normally advertise this, because every organization does backpacks. But what we do is we actually do backpacks for our clients that come in. We have about 50 backpacks for kids that come in, and actually for people that are getting service from us. We see how many are household. So we're thinking about doing something here come January too, just because we know my parents being ex teachers. You get kids that get all the school supplies at the beginning of the year, but halfway through the year, they've already used all those school supplies. So we're putting our heads together for something for that come January.
And we got some money.
Yep. And I had the AP bill printed out and I forgot it upstairs, but once again, that was below $400. We also had Solar United Neighbors come out the other day and tour our building, just to see what we were doing here with all our solar and how we were kind of the trendsetters here in the area. They were pretty excited, so.
Did I see that in the paper or Facebook?
It might have been on Facebook.
Yeah.
Brian Flory is the gentleman that heads that up. So,
Okay.
yep. Let's see here. Our numbers here, we've been trying to slow ourselves down here for the last couple months so we can catch up budget wise. Let's see, for the month of July, from 7/1 to 7/31/2024, we had 802 requests. And that total number of value that we paid out was 146,624. Same time frame for this year, we had 719 requests with a value of 148,641. So we are trying to almost getting back to where we were. And once again, hats off to the staff. We went back to our letter days. And that's really helped us. And actually, people have taken it quite well. So it's actually kind of decreased the wait time in the lobby as well. So that kind of helped us there. So, and the last thing I got is, I'm not sure if it's totally public yet, but we basically got an A+ on our audit. So yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah. So once again, that's hats off to Callie and her staff up there, and also our caseworkers, because they pulled about 40 cases to make sure that the assistance we were given was correct. Make sure anybody that was denied was correctly denied or any of that. So hats off to everybody involved in that. So, and that's all I got.
Awesome. Yeah. Kelly was a little nervous.
Absolutely. And this makes me nervous.
She is, how often is that audit? Is it?
We had one.
It's like every 4 years,
Every
5 years, so.
I mean, I A+, that's
That's something.
Yeah. Once we actually get the hard copy, we'll make sure we share it with everybody and make sure we tout it a little bit too. So,
Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah, we should.
yeah, I agree.
Absolutely. Anything, board members?
Trustee, you were
Yes.
gonna tell us what, if you could find the last time that the board salary
Yes, that's
was
right.
increased.
Actually, Callie told me that, and I want to say it was 06 or around there, but I'll double check that. Yeah.
I know it's been a long time.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah, that's why I was asking.
I'll make sure I get that exact date, but.
Anything, Tony Henry? Good,
Good.
okay, I am too. All right, we don't have any taxpayers today, so, all right, if nothing else.
It's just good to see Mr. Whitaker.
Absolutely.
Yeah, good to be here.
Good, Curtis.
Thank you.
Nothing else?
Thank you.
We'll adjourn this meeting.
All right.
I apologize for being in short, you guys, but I'm maybe.
Table time, but
On cancel.
let me turn this off.
Did you need us to sign something?
Yes, I've got it right there. I just wanted to get this,